Alright, here it is, the whole mess, everything. See the dive stuff's out here. Ready to barbecue if I had some meat. Got the bag light. Sun's going down. See the solar panels up front. I like that setup, I really do. It actually works very well with the 250s. And then there's a couple of hundreds back here on top of the Bimini. Got the dry system in the bathroom, which probably don't need to talk about, but it works fantastic. It's kind of a mess in here, but that's the way it is. Watching some TV. Get good reception here because we're so close to Pensacola. Refrigerator's kicking butt.
On September 8, 2017.
It's alright, it's okay. Chris is traveling today.
Oh yeah, baby.
It's alright, it's okay. Across the country.
Alright, another morning. Let's see what it looks like out here. Well, we're not supposed to have any wind, but we certainly have a north wind this morning. The sun is about to come up over there. It's just after 6 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be a beautiful day. I'm just starting to put some things away, getting ready to pull anchor here after a little while. My gosh, this is another beautiful day. We're headed to another anchorage. Everything's going great. Right over there, between those 4 poles, I don't know if you can see it from here with the camera, there's a little inshore man-made reef. And then between these 4 poles, there's a little man-made inshore reef. And I'm going to take the little boat, cruise over there, and just look around and see if the water's clear enough to see anything. That'd be cool if it was, so we're gonna go check. Alright, I need to adjust those solar panels. Oh well. It's looking good. Kinda like the location. No motorized vehicles inside the 4 posts, so we're gonna anchor right outside it. Well, the water is just a touch chilly. Let's go check this out. Well, visibility, as you saw, sucks. I really thought maybe it was getting better, but man, I swam down and I mean at the bottom it's like no visibility, which really blows because there's so much more to do. And the water's not that cold. It is the end of October, but oh well. We're gonna go to this little beach. Trim tabs and wheels on the FB365, and what I found works using C-Max on a smaller boat. I'll show you. So as you all have seen, if you watch any of my other videos, on this FB365 I've got the C-Max wheels, which I in the past would just take completely off and strap them to the back of the boat to get them out of the way, because with these up they interfere with steering. They're just too close And the steering, when I go to move the engine, bumps into them like real quick. Okay, so they basically have to come off. I thought needed to come off when traveling in the boat, just to get them out of the way. Then I found, because I was getting so tired of taking them off all the time, is that if I just let them float, it's actually fine. They don't go down near enough to interfere with the engine, with the prop. You just got to be careful, you know. But the other thing I could do is probably let them out even farther, but that's not necessary. Now I'll show you the other little trick. Now you know I have the trim tabs that go in here. Now what happened after I bought C-Max and the Saturn Trim Tabs is that I found out they have a tire set up that'll go in the rail for the trim tabs. But the C-Max are like on another level. They're super high quality, super good, and work really for everything I want to do with this boat. And I still want the trim tabs, which do help me get on plane, by the way. So I'll show you what happens with those with the tires in the way. See, now I can still fit the tires up to this point. Those will go up there, but you can see the the engine's certainly not going to turn. But that gives me access to let me put on the trim tabs, which I'll do right now. Now, a couple things I've done with this trim tab is I've drilled a couple extra holes for adjustment, because in order to put the bracket where you want it and have the trim tab come exactly to the bottom of the boat, you've got to, you may have to add a couple holes, but it's aluminum, drills easy. And it's got these quick release stainless steel pieces that go in there. Now on this one, and on both sides, I've relieved, have to put a little triangle out. Once again, because of the smaller boat, 9.9 engine, had these moved out all the way to the farthest point I could, but still had to cut a relief in here so that I have full movement of the engine. So now this is going to go on right here. All right, so now you see the trim tabs are down, and that's right where we want them, pretty close to that edge. But now I've got the tires, they're still in the way, and I want to get those out of the way. So now I'm just going to release the tires. I was going to add a notch, you know, like right in here somewhere, so that the tires would sit and could lock like this and would be out of the way of the engine. But I found that they just sit on top of the trim tabs without any issue. And now I have full range motion with the engine, and I can leave the tires on, which is really nice to not have to take them on and off, even though it's, you know, one pin. It's pretty easy. But just the same, I'm storing them and everything else, they'll run right at the back of the boat like that. As crazy as that is, it actually works. I love getting up on plane on this little guy's U-Haul's butt. It's awesome. Just a quick note on getting on this little FB365 up on plane. As we talked about, tires stay on, trim tabs are in place. However, it's still, because I'm like 230 pounds, I need to move forward quite a bit. Now on the Mercury 9.9, the handle, people will take a piece of PVC, or you can buy an extension, but they're all straight that I've seen. They may have a tapered one, but I don't know where. And I needed a slight taper, that about a 2-inch diameter, you know, and I was like, God, what do I have? I don't want to use PVC and all that. And then I realized my wet dry vac, the end of the one piece is a tapered, and look at that. fits on there like really nicely, and I can move up a little bit to get this thing on plane a heck of a lot easier. Got the Mercury 9.9. Gonna see how fast we can get her up on plane. We're there. Seconds. There's a Lily Bella right out there. See the great blue heron. Once again, water clarity. Dang it. It's really great next to shore, but as soon as you get out there a little bit, it's like it's where it's getting mixed up, I guess. Well, I got some dogs for tonight. Beef franks. Generally don't eat a lot of hot dogs, but hey, why not? We're on the boat. Don't have hot dog buns though, but I got hamburger buns. So I'm gonna use hamburger buns. We're gonna chop up some onions and maybe do something with a tomato. I don't have any pickles. I might just add a little cheese. So I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna fire up the grill. We're going to cook some dogs on the barbecue. Should be fun. Oh baby, they be cooking. All right. Whoa. These babies are done. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We like them crispy. Crispy dogs. All right, man. Dinner on the boat. Dogs. Different. Okay, next we'll go inside. Everything's turned off in here. Store the gas outside. I don't usually keep the canisters in here unless I'm using them. Got some water. Refrigerator's at 39 degrees. Set to 38, I believe. The Blue Eddy is at 95%. So there's plenty of power for the next couple of days with that. AC's turned off right now, just DC to run the Alpacool cooler. I may turn this television on in just a little bit. It runs on 110, but it hardly pulls like any power at all. I mean, not even a couple watts. Charging the cameras, charging the phones, everything's good. That's my house battery voltage. We're at 12.4 volts on the current battery. I'm not sure why it's so low. It should be much higher. All we're running is that mast light or the anchor light. Bed's ready to go. That's the evening. Also, I've got the mast light turned on here so that our mast light is on up there. And the front hatch is open. Let some air in. Feels good. Don't need the fan right now. It's a battery powered fan. My sister gave me that. It's awesome. Alright. That's about it for this evening.